What's up everyone, my name is Mackie and I'm an Immortal Sova main. In this video, I'm going to show you the most essential Sova tactics and utility for the map Haven. Let's do it.
One enemy.
To scan A long, stand in this corner and aim in between this light bulb and this lamp. Fire a 1 bar and it should catch any aggressive peeks. For the best recon on A site, jump on this box, line up with the edge and face towards A. Aim in this dark spot between the two wood pieces. Aim slightly to the right and fire a jumping 3 bar. This is by far the best dart for sight. You can fire a recon into heaven to wallbang enemies. From A long, you can fire a recon onto this corner to scan backsite and CT. You can also bounce shock darts off the wall to push defenders away. From hell, you can bounce shock darts off the box to hit CT. Aim just to the left of the shadow to shock dart the default plant spot. To kill the diffuser on the default plant spot, stand in this corner and look up towards A. Aim at this corner of the roof, while crouching fire a 1 bar for the first arrow. For the second arrow, stand up and aim down until you hit this light bulb and fire a no charge. Both arrows together should look like this. If you're in this area with the bomb planted and defenders haven't retaken the site yet, you can alt A link and CT area since one long choke point, and be careful of flank. The best drone path for A is through short. From lobby, push your drone through short, clear left, then right, and look at the top of short. Then hold space and look down to clear both cubbies. At the top, clear right and buy graffiti, then clear outside long. By grass, when the barrier goes down, aim under this dish and fire a max charge 1 bounce to catch rushes. From window, aim at this metal rafter above the site and fire a max charge. Make sure it's safe to stand in window first. You can shock dart A link and C link to push defenders away. This works well if there are smokes down. There's no specific drone path for B, but one helpful trick to help you hit both tags is to hold space on site and hover your drone high up and above everything. When the barrier goes down, aim your crosshair at the bottom center right part of the door and fire a max charge double bounce to reveal everything except window. You can fire a recon into window and go for wall bangs. You can also do the same thing with the wall behind garage as well.
Scanning ahead.
To drone garage, jump over these boxes and stand in this corner. Send your drone through and clear all the close corners and then window. You should be able to see into C-Link and even CT with this path. For an alternate path to C, make sure window is smoked and have a teammate follow your drone. Clear the close angles and then go down garage link to C. Clear the left side first and hug the right side and then clear logs, backside and platform. For the best recon dart on C, stand in this corner and face towards C site. Aim at the tip of this leaf and fire a 1 bar to reveal almost all of site. If bomb is planted and the defenders have smoked off C long, fire a recon on this wall to the left to kill anyone trying to stick the defuse. If the enemies might have an op, drone from C long to safely check. You can clear the cubby and then clear the left side. Move to the right and clear the box and then logs. If you can safely get to the cubby, drone up C long and clear the left side and stick to the left. Face your drone towards the right, but make sure to clear platform and then continue facing right. Many of the close angles actually line up with the further angles on C site, so you can ult from C long and either get a free kill or clear site by yourself. Just ping behind platform, backside and logs to hit everything. To kill the diffuser on the long plant spot, stand against this wall and face towards C. Line up this wooden frame with this wall. Find this little indent on the roof. You're going to place the little diamond on the left above the shock dart icon on the indent and fire a 1 bar. For the second arrow, Aim down and to the left. Fire a max charge 1 bounce in the middle of the far wall. Both arrows together should look like this.
Shockdart.
Please like the video to become an absolute Chad Sova player. For a great early info recon on A lobby, from long, line up this corner with the wooden frame. Aim under the left side of this wood where it lines up with this part of the bricks and fire a max charge double bounce.
Revealing area.
To scan A long from A link, stand in this corner and look towards long. Place your right diamond on this corner of the roof and fire a 1 bar. This is by far the best retake arrow for A site. Stand in this corner and face towards A. Place your left diamond in this corner. Your crosshair should be slightly above this wooden piece. Fire a max charge to scan everything except hell. Here's an alternate retake arrow if you're rotating through spawn. Simply fire a max charge at the corner on this wall. You can Shockdart graffiti by bouncing shocks on this wall from the left side of CT.
Scanning ahead.
Here's an example of the retake arrow and the Graffiti Shockdart.
There they are. Shockdart.
You can Shockdart hell by bouncing shocks off the default box from CT. If you drone from heaven, stand away from the wall to avoid being wallbanged. Hold control to clear hell and make your way towards short. Clear behind the box and clear the close CT angle. You can drone from CT to clear the close angles and hell. You can continue to default if necessary. To kill the planter on the default plant spot, stand in this corner and look towards A site. Follow the right side of this wood frame up until the mini crosshair above the shock icon touches the wire and fire a 1 bar.
Shockdart.
For the second arrow, pull your mouse down until the word charge meets the middle of the wire and fire a no charge. Both arrows together should look like this. Here's an example of me getting 2 kills with a Shockdart lineup.
Found Shockdart.
Spike planted.
Default.
Enemy down.
That's crazy.
From A link, you can ping the doorways in the lobby and spam with Odin next to this door. You can also do the same thing with your ultimate if you hear enemies rushing A. For a good info recon in mid, aim above this white flag and fire a max charge. You can fire a recon into window to catch an enemy swing or go for wallbangs. To safely clear outside B main, from C link, line up this box with this wall, aim on this line where it meets this pipe and fire a max charge 1 bounce.
Scanning ahead.
To scan outside A lobby, stand in this corner and aim towards enemy spawn. Line up the word charge with the roof, the letter E should sit on the B main doorway and fire a 3 bar. You can Shockdart window at the start of the round to get free damage on enemies that like to peek early. For a quick and easy recon outside garage, just fire a 1 bar through the doorway. Stand next to this box and line up your left diamond with this part of the box. Fire a max charge double bounce. This works great for aggressive plays with flashes. If attackers are in garage, you can fire a recon at this wall and go for wallbangs. You can also do the same thing if they are in window. For a safe recon outside garage, stand in this corner and look up above garage. Find the top left corner of this pole and just aim to the left till you hit the roof and fire a 1 bar. You can Shockdart the garage entrance by bouncing shocks off this box. Fire a max charge to hit outside the door and a 1 bar to hit the entrance. This is the best recon for info on C long. Stand in the middle of this window. This line on the ground also works. Line up the left side of the charge bar with this edge of the roof and fire a 1 bar.
Scanning ahead.
For a good retake recon arrow on C site from C link, aim underneath this frame along this wooden bar and fire a max charge 1 bounce.
Ahead.
You can shock dart the cubby and
Revealing
C
area.
long from beside logs. Fire a max charge 1 bounce on this part of the wall. Fire the second arrow with a double bounce to damage them again when they move to the other corner. You can also aim above this box and fire shocks to slow the push. You can do the same thing from behind backside as well. Aim by this point on platform and fire a 3-bar 1 bounce to hit behind the box. You can also bounce shocks on this wall to hit default.
Shockdart.
To kill the planter on the long plant spot, stand in this corner in C-Link and aim towards C-Site. Place the green bar underneath the drone icon on this beam and fire a 1 bar. For the second arrow, pull your mouse down until this part of the UI touches the red roof and fire a no charge. Both arrows together should look like this. Here's an example of me getting 2 kills with this Shockdart lineup.
Spike planted. Reloading.
Nice.
Whoa.
For the best drone for retaking C, stand back here in case your team loses garage control. Clear logs and hold space to go above the box and you can clear all of site. Since C long is basically one long choke point, you can ult down it for free kills and slow a rush.
My ult is ready.
Here's an example of me ulting down long and hitting all 5 enemies. Thanks so much for watching.
There they are.
I don't think there's not a single person mech.
I hit all of them!